So she into something illegal now, or what?
That's privileged information.
Cruz, you know me. I could care less whether she's selling satellite parts to dope pushers on Mars or what. I just don't think it's a good idea for Pops to be cutting this woman in half when she's wanted in 10 to 15 different countries.
I'm keeping an eye on her. There's nothing for you to worry about.
Well, the devil who's here.
Hi.
Hi.
What's the soup of the day today?
Wet. Split pea.
Again? What is that, soup of the century?
What do you want? You want my specialty? Cream of vodka?
Coffee and Danish. If you got any that aren't left over from Christmas.
You just waking up?
I'm not a big pea fan, split or unsplit.
Then why do you come to this place? To meet new and interesting people and lighten their wallets, perhaps?
What's up with the deep freeze?
Well, it's no good for your cover for suddenly bosom buddies. You said so yourself. He knows that you're splitting that one after you, so I gotta act like I suspect you or something.
Oh, I get it. That was acting. Look, I just came by to give you a tip, which you don't deserve. Travis Bucknell just stopped at a gas station in Ojai about a half hour ago. You coming this way? You better get out your Kojak clothes.
Have lunch with me. Wish I could, but I can't.
Hey, would you quit walking away?
I'm sorry, but this is not a very good time.
Why not? You don't have another news broadcast for 6 hours.
I want you to butt out, Mother.
Hey, I think I can take a hint.
No, you can't. That's why I'm having to be rude. I know you came here because you wanted me to know, so now I know, okay?
Why are you so angry?
Nothing. I'm not. Did it ever occur to you that Cruz has other things to think about?
No. And I don't think it's occurred to him either.
He's not exactly lacking for company, if you know what I mean.
What are you talking about, that girl he had in custody?
He's not exactly holding her against his will, Mother, and don't do that to me. I am not jealous. I am just realizing that Cruz's life is going in a different direction, so I'm not going to stand around wringing my hands or throwing myself at his feet. He can do what he wants.
Maybe someone should tell him what's going on. Have you told him you're not seeing Bar anymore?
At least 100 times.
It wasn't true then.
Thank you for pointing that out. Why would he believe it this time?
You're sulking, that's what it is.
No, I am trying not to let you get on the one nerve that I have left.
You even sound like a brat.
Fine, if I am a brat, it's my business.
It's very nice being able to leave the difficult things in life to other people. When you consider house cleaning, car washing, things like that. And you're very lucky that you've been able to live that way. But there are some things, young lady, that you can't hire anyone else to do.
Thank you for stopping by.
Could have waited.
How would that look?
Like you were trying to lure me into your room for information or something.
Which apparently I did. So how reliable is this source of yours? I can't see Travis showing his face around here anytime soon.
Well, he still hasn't got the horse.
How can he expect to?
Well, maybe he's in enough trouble with whoever gives the orders that he has to take the chance.
We're not even sure it's the horse he wants. Maybe it's you he's after.
Once you finally notice I'm irresistible?
I mean, maybe he got wind that you're working with me.
I'm not working with you. I'm just leading you on. Your plaything for me. Because if you find him first, I want him. Comprende?
I'm serious.
You're really worried about me. I can die happy.
Nikki, if he contacts you, I want to know. I generally don't do backup, but for you, I'll make an exception.
Forget it. Don't screw this up for me, Inspector. I need Travis to get whoever's giving the orders in Mexico, which is out of your jurisdiction, remember? You don't think I can handle myself?
I don't know. I don't have a clue. I can't tell what's an act with you and what isn't.
Yes, you can.
You know, you're going to get yourself into trouble one of these days.
Promise?
Get out of here.
You know, these donuts are about 90% wax, just like you. You're a waste, you know that? Two perfectly good arms, a perfectly good chest, perfectly good eyes that can't see what's in front of their perfectly good face. You're too perfectly good for your own good, scientifically speaking. Believe me, I'll survive one way or the other, and so will you. The thing is You actually think you're getting your life together. And the truth is, all either one of us is really getting is old. Oh, well. See ya.
Hi.
Hi. Can I come in?
Sure. Small, but it's home.
I thought you had a home.
All right, look, if you came over here
Now,
to give me a
don't
hard...
start scolding me, Cruz, because I've already had that once today from Eden. And quite frankly, I'm much angrier with myself right now for coming here than you could ever be. But there is just something I have to know. Are you and Eden ever going to speak to each other again? Have you given it up altogether? I mean, because there's a little wear and tear on the rest of us trying to figure out what to say and what not to say around you.
Yeah, well, it's tough all over, I guess.
Do you know that she's not going to see Robert Barr again?
Since when?
Since she came back to town.
And that's what, a whole week?
It's not an intermission, Cruz. It's a decision. It's her decision.
Sophia, do you want me to tell you how many times she's made that decision?
She said you'd say that.
If Eden has something to say to me, why isn't she here saying it?
This was not her idea. I argued with her, too, believe me, and I know when I am on shaky ground. But you two have gone on and claimed that you have been waiting for something to happen that's already happened. And I thought maybe someone should point it out. But apparently, when no one was looking, the ground rules have changed here, and those of us who care about you were not informed, which is fine. That's your prerogative. I mean, maybe you have both decided you enjoy being single. But let's not be hypocritical about it, okay? Don't go around leading us to believe that each of you is just waiting for a signal from the other, eliciting our sympathy and our support because you're so miserably misunderstood.
Forgive me. I didn't think I had asked anything of anyone, except perhaps to be left alone.
I don't challenge your right to be unhappy. But I think it's humbug to fake unhappiness when you like things the way they are. And if you don't like things the way they are, then you continue to sit and stare at your rented furniture. And that is worse than humbug. That's cowardice. And that's all I wanted to say.
Hello.
Hi. It's Eden. How was your trip?
It was quick. I was working. Guess I probably should have let you know.
Hey, you don't have to report to me.
Well, you heard, obviously, and you heard that I'm back, huh?
Well, people tell me things whether I want to know or not.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around. I'm glad you called. I was thinking of coming by later to see the kids, if that's all right.
You know, you don't have to ask.
Are you home?
No. Carmen's at home. I'm at work.
Will you be?
Would you mind if I was?
No, that'd be fine. So I'll see you later maybe then.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Brant says he'll take the drop story if you'll take the report on Sister Ruth, the telephone psychic.
I'm leaving.
Okay, I was kidding.
The door was open.
I was on my way out.
I thought that sounded like her.
Did you just come by to eavesdrop, or is there something I can help you with?
I don't think so. You look like you're about ready to drop everything and run.
I'm gonna go see my kids.
That's nice. You're always a different man after a couple solid hours of baby talk. Don't let me stop you. I just got home and got a message from Travis. He wants to see me. Said he's sending somebody to pick me up.
When?
In the afternoon. And I know how much you love being right, so I just thought I'd stop by and let you know you were. That's all. Have a nice visit.
You're not gonna actually meet this guy.
Of course I'm gonna meet up with him. If a suspect called you and said he wanted to meet you, what would you say? Only if you behave? I'm a cop, not the Avon lady.
Uh-huh. And what if Travis knows that now? Why would he give you the slip in Acapulco if he still trusted you? This person he's sending over was to stop the guy from dumping you in a ditch. You're getting a tail whether you like it or not.
Wait, you do that, and we're through sharing information. I'll make sure you don't get enough of Travis or anyone to take away their library card.
Hey, here, I thought he was the suicidal one.
I can levitate, disappear, and survive in a box being stabbed by 13 swords. Your father taught me, remember? I'll be fine.
You didn't have to ring.
Well, I was on my way home from the studio and I saw your car. And I just wanted to apologize for before.
I wasn't angry. I was disappointed.
Look, let's not get into it, okay? You know what it's like to be constantly thought of as half a couple. I mean, everyone thinks that he or she has some sort of stake in you. Everybody thinks they have the right to advise you what to do. I know, I've done it with you and Daddy.
Why can't you be like this with him? Why can't you go to him and say you're sorry?
Don't you think I have?
Okay, now you're just going to get ready to tell me to get the hell out of your life again. And before you do, I want to point something out to you. Marriage is a public thing, and we busybodies that you're so irritated with today are the same people that you invited to witness the vows you said to Cruz when you married him. So if you feel like we have a stake in your life, it's because we do. Because you wanted it that way. And I feel that I have a right to remind you of that.
You know, it's convenient for you to say that now. But you're not so philosophical when the situation is reversed, Mama.
You're right, and I don't mind being called to account for that. I freely admit that I failed to live with your father in accordance to the vows I took. Maybe the only one that I kept was the promise to love him, which I will do till the day I die. The having and the holding worked all right in sickness, but not in health. We took each other for granted. We abused each other. We abused each other's trust. This is why we are the way we are now. That is the reason I made the choice I made. I'm not entirely proud of that, but I am proud of being back in this house and being accepted, even though it's not really defined why. And I am certain as I was the day I married Cece, that there is something permanent between us. Something that neither time nor our own shortcomings can extinguish.
Lunch is served.
Yeah, I'll be right there. So you see, no one demands that you be right. But when the question is asked, what did you do with that marriage I witnessed? You just answer. You have to know.
I'm seeing Cruz this afternoon.
Good. What are you going to say?
Same thing I've always been saying. That I want him back.
Good luck.
Thanks. I'll get it. You go. Daddy's waiting.
Okay.
Love you.
I love you.
I'm not sure Kelly's here, but I'll see.
I know where Kelly is. I came to see your father.
Well, my father and my mother just sat down for lunch.
Would you mind telling him I'm here, please? I don't have all day.
All right, if it's important.
I have no idea. He called me. Don't tell me he asked you to be here, too.
No. How are things?
Things are fine. How are things with you?
Fine.
Forget and forgive, huh?
You forget I didn't do anything unforgivable.
Well, you always did think ahead.
I'll go get my father.
Oh, it's super chipper. It's super chipper. It is super chipper. It is very tuckered out, Dad. Oh my gosh, pal.
Actually, I think they're a little tuckered out, too. You know what time it is?
Oh, I bet it's NAP time. Do you know what that spells, NAP?
What?
It spells nap. I think we're going to have to take one. Even maybe Daddy will have to take one. Where'd this come from?
Oh, you found it on the beach, didn't you?
You know what I think about that?
Well, Carmen didn't know.
Well, I wouldn't mind so much, except that I know that sooner or later they're going to see a real one around here.
Well,
Actually, I'd still want it.
you know, once he takes his NAP, it's going to go in the JRBHE.
You know, pretty soon that's not going to work. Neither will Spanish.
Well, we could always resort to French.
Yeah, and you'll be talking over my head, too.
I'm glad you came.
Me too. You look great. Doesn't Mommy look great?
Thanks. Actually, I had a lot to talk to you about. I was wondering if maybe you could stay for a while.
Sure, I can stay. It's amazing how quickly they fall asleep. I wish I could sleep like that.
I guess you don't want any coffee then.
Oh, no, I'd love some.
They miss you, you know.
I see them every day.
Yeah, I know. You're wonderful to them. They just know that things aren't the same.
Yeah, well, that's something we all have to live with.
If you say so.
This wasn't something we did on the spur of the moment. You know, it's not going to be undone over a cup of coffee.
It wasn't something that we did at all. It was something that you did.
So now we're going to get around to finding out whose fault it was?
No, it is not a discussion about whose fault it was. I kept insisting that there was nothing wrong. But there was something wrong, and I caused it. I've begun to see things differently these past few weeks.
Well, I think suddenly living alone can make everything seem strange, you know.
Cruz? I'm sorry. I'll get rid of whoever it is. Coming!
I'm sorry, but it's Cruz. Inspector, I just left Travis and I need your help. Can you come with me?